right, we're road tripping! And by we, I mean just me, not even Banjo. Quick trip out to the marathon, going to Brookings, South Dakota for the it's a 5.5 hour drive from Rapid for Friday night. Staying with a client of mine who I coach, who is also doing the marathon, and do the marathon, hopefully go 2:54 or faster, we'll see, but 2:54 is the goal, and do the little barbecue after the race, and then I'll probably just head back home. Quick trip, gonna enjoy a few hours by myself, listen to some podcasts or some YouTube stuff, and yeah, weather looks good for tomorrow. Low of like 48 for the morning. Should be a good day. There was a chance of rain, but that went away. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a good run. All right, man, there's not much going on out here. Hit the cruise control, turn it on, and you don't have to touch the gas for 4 hours. Put the phone on the dash, turn Avengers on, and watch some Marvel. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. It's like a podcast. And just had some lunch, some brunch, I guess. No, it's 1:30. That's a lunch. This morning I heated up a pancake that I made yesterday, so I had that for breakfast. I had some potato chips. I'm carb loading, okay? I had some potato chips about an hour ago to pass some time. Some barbecue kettle, the best. And then I had a Dave's Killer bagel just a few minutes ago with some vegan cream cheese. I made that this morning along with a bagel for breakfast tomorrow. I'm gonna go with the cinnamon raisin. That's what I'm gonna have tomorrow with a little bit of vegan cream cheese on it. Just kind of cruising along here, looking at all the wall drug signs. That's a wall drug sign, yep. If you've ever driven across South Dakota, you know about wall drug. I think there's even a sign for wall drug in China. Oh, not good. I might have just lost my vegan superpowers. Oh, this hasn't happened in a while. I stopped at Taco Bell, the only place to get vegan food in the middle of nowhere, South Dakota. Well, the middle of South Dakota. There are other places to get vegan food. There are places to get vegan food in South Dakota. I stopped at Taco Bell, and I went to the kiosk, and I swear I hit like plant power or whatever on the kiosk, and it does the whole avocado thing. But that, whatever, I don't even know what it's called that I got. I can't tell if those beans are meat or not. I don't know, I was eating it, and I took I ate about a third of it, and I looked down, my gosh, I don't know if these look like beans. And, you know, I'm not entirely sure. You know, they're the same color, but I'm inclined to think that I just ate some meat. So, I don't know. I tested the other one, and it had the same thing. I didn't get the receipt, so I'm not sure if they got the beans or the meat in there, but I'm feeling like I just ate some beef. It's whatever, I'm fine, but I'm not gonna finish them. So there's that, but oh well. All right, just left Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I had to stop there and get something from downtown. When we were here a few weeks ago for the Sioux Falls Skedaddle, we stopped into this little store downtown, Tara Shepherd, and saw this first-year baby book that I wish I would have gotten. So I stopped and grabbed it. And then Cafea, a great coffee shop in Sioux Falls, was on the same block. And last time, again, we were in town, we stopped there and got a coffee, and Desi grabbed a cinnamon roll. They have vegan cinnamon rolls there, and she absolutely loved it. So I stopped in to see if they had any. They had 5. I bought all 5. I'm gonna tell Desi I bought 4, and then I'm gonna eat one tomorrow before the race. She's gonna watch this and be disappointed she didn't get all 5, but she's lucky she gets 4. So brownie points for Kyle. Let's see, 45 miles to Brookings, and it is 67 degrees. It's actually going down. That's kind of weird, but forgot how humid it is East River, South Dakota. Luckily the race, I should be done running by 9:54 I should be done. If I hit 9:55, I'm going to be really disappointed. Yeah, so should be good. It looks like a good day tomorrow. I'm feeling well. I'm in good spirits. I'm excited for the run, and I just saw that they had prize money, so I can get 50 bucks for third place overall. We'll see how that goes. That would be kind of fun. There's only 200 people doing the marathon, so yeah, it's going to be a slim field, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I am in my bed for the evening with the stuffed animals. Had dinner with a guy coach and his wife, and he showed me, it's the Brookings Marathon book. This is from a couple years ago, I think, for the 50th running. The Brookings Marathon is the 25th oldest marathon in the United States, and you can see here, so there's Rich, who I'm staying with, and this book, this is a pretty neat book we have here. And so it has race results and number of finishers, average time, and what's really neat is if you look 1972, there's Hal Higdon. There's Hal Higdon finishing. And he even wrote a letter to the race director a few years back, congratulating him on the 50th anniversary. There is one from the Boston Marathon, RD. So Boston's the oldest marathon in the U.S., but there's Brookings right there. Wow, that is impressive. All right, 2011. There I am, 16th place, 23 years old, 3:19. I went through halfway in like 1:29, and then I ran a 3:19, so you do the math. There I am. So that was from my first marathon, and poof, look at those. Do you guys remember those? Good morning from Brookings, South Dakota. It's marathon day! Woohoo! 3 to 5 mile per hour wind. Oh, can't beat that. So I'm gonna drive there. I've got my bagel. It's like a 2-mile drive. Got some nitro coffee and some beetroot juice. So I'm gonna sip that on the way there. Get to the start about 45 minutes early. Hang out a bit and get this done. 2:54 or bust. I need to figure out what pace that is so I can pace appropriately, because don't forget, proper pacing prevents piss poor performance. And I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna listen to some pump up music on the way there, eat my bagel, and get this done. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Turn around, forgot something. Marathon crossing right here. What's up with that green rain? That chicky chain. Okay, so we're at the race. Nice setup. It's pretty quiet. They only had 200 people for the marathon because they cut the field in half. So not a lot of people here. Good thing about that, the porta potty line is the shortest I've ever had at a marathon. So it's a really nice day. Seeing some friends from Brookings, Watertown area. It's nice to see people there. So I've got my Osprey pack, but please leave here just in case I ditch it, because I'm running with 2 soft flasks with the Martin gel in it. That's the Martin gel. 300 calories each one. I'll do about 1 per hour, and then I'll finish it off. I've got a caffeinated gel for the end as well. Some run gum for the start. This is beetroot juice. Got my shoes, Stride foot pod. Had to go back for that. In here, what do I have? Oh, I've got some anti-cramping pills in there. What else? I think that's it. I'll take this right at the start chewing on that. Hour 1, hour 2, I got my other gel for the last hour. I'll start this at 20 minutes in or so. So, should be good to go. I'm excited. See you at the start. It's race time. Time to line up. Okay, 3.5 miles in, 6:35 pace. A nice, beautiful day. Wow, here's that new stadium. Pretty cool. It's a good looking field. Feeling okay. A little left hamstring snugness, but getting in the groove of things. Mile 4, we used to have to go through the gardens, but now they're riding us around them, which is nice because it used to be a little tricky, sketchy at times in there. So it's a good change. Okay, 6 miles in, 6:34 pace. Feeling okay. Wish I had some company, but tons of supporters and cheerers, cross guards, cheering people on. They do a good job. Okay, mile 9, 6:36 pace. Had a long uphill there. Ran a 6:51. That added a few seconds, but took it easy going up. Beautiful, lovely course. I think I've got the top 2 women in the marathon right here with me, ahead of me. Hopefully somebody to run with for a while. Okay, here's the only hill. That's just a little hill. So let's watch your step. Hey, is this the hill? This is it. Hey, thanks. That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, there is.
You're little dinker. Take this one easy. I don't want to stress the hammy. Hammy's a little tight, not gonna lie. Don't want to do anything dumb. It's a long race. Morning. All right, mile 12, 6:39 pace. Kind of bored. Not terribly enjoying this. Hamstring. It's getting progressively more snug. Felt some quad stuff for a second on the left side. So we'll see how that goes. Time to listen to some music. Okay, 13.1, exactly 127. Feeling all right. Halfway there. Time to focus. All right, leg is really aching. I think I'm gonna dial it back to sub 3 pace. I call that a good day if I can do that. Ooh, it's not feeling good. I'm totally not having fun anymore. Fuck. Totally not having fun anymore. Mile, almost 21. Aid station back there didn't have any beer. What kind of race is this? Man, my legs hurt. Bad day. No, still glad to be out here. Just not a good run. There's a difference. Still a good day, just not a great run. You know, I'm actually enjoying this more now. Now that I'm not trying to push it, because that left leg is really not great. Crampity cramping. So just taking it easy. I've got 4.5 more miles. No big deal. Take my time. Don't have to push it anymore. Maybe some friends will catch up to me. That would be nice. See you in the morning. I don't gotta guess, you're always there for me. There's my buddy Owen. He's going for a sub 3 and he just passed me. So that's not good. But I told him not to let me catch him. I don't think I'm going to. This is rough. 5K to go. Oh, my hamstring's cramping up. This will be a long 5K. Looking strong, they said. Better to look good than feel good, I guess. Is that my motto today? Today I'm thinking, you know, the obstacle is the way, Marcus Aurelius said. And just gotta carpe diem, seize the path. Do what I can, deal with what I can, get her done, find as much joy as possible. And that's what I've done today. And that's a good day. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks, guys.
Half mile left.
Mile 26. Mile 26. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
City, South Dakota. Now approaching the finish line. Nice job, Doc. Eric Klein from Lake Park, Minnesota, approaching the finish line.
job, Kyle.
Hey,
great job.
Brooke,
Good to
how
see
you
you.
doing?
Man,
We'll
see you.
You too.
Glad you're back.
Oh boy,
Joined
Is it a little
by
warm out there?
it was okay.
Credit from Fargo.
A rough day.
In the half marathon
Nice
race.
job, nice job.
ladies.
Medals and refreshments are under the tent. Nice job, ladies. Medals and refreshments are under the tent.
Okay, it is 12:30 and there are still people marathoning. Man, if you're a back of the packer,
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Mustang Pass.
if you're a back of the packer, man, kudos to you. You know, I run for 3 hours, but being out there for that long, oof, like, respect. Hey, so it's been a while since the marathon, and I had some time to process what happened. And you know, looking back at the intra-race clips, one thing I realized that I didn't comment on was how sore my quads got. And I was really focused on my hamstring, because that has been the main problem, that sciatica that I developed from driving across South Dakota and back. You know, the previous fall, I developed some sciatica pain. I think that's right, the previous fall, spring. And you know, I've had sciatica pain in that high hammy since then. It got pretty good before the half marathon, before Brookings, but not 100%. And it really acted up during the race, but I realized I didn't really comment on how sore my quads got. So everything was sore. I think it was a combination. You know, looking back, I originally thought that maybe I just wasn't recovered from the half marathon PR, but I find that so hard to believe. I was good with my nutrition, low activity level. I gave my legs the opportunity to recover. I don't think that was it. I think it was a combination of that sciatica on the left side. And like I said, I didn't really comment on how sore my quads got, but there was one point, it was mile 14. I looked down at my watch at mile 14 and I thought to myself, why are my quads so sore? Like, what is going on? And you know, like I said, I didn't really comment on this in clips, but I was thinking, like, why? So like everything, my left hamstring, both of my quads, way more sore than they should have been. And so I was thinking, like, why is this happening? And it dawned on me that, so I wore my vest, and I've worn my vest for a number of marathons, but Coach Kyle made a mistake. So previous marathons, I had worn this with the water in the back and with the hydration tube coming up. So a liter in the back here. Now you'll notice that during the marathon here, I had 2 soft flasks up front. And I did that because I wanted to try keeping my hydration and my calories together. So when I wore the water in the back, what I would do was I would take gels. So, you know, when the water's back there, you really don't know how much you're actually drinking. And I didn't want to tie my calorie intake to my hydration intake, where I drink just kind of a good swig per mile, roughly, at least. So, but my idea with the front flask was that, okay, I could put a 300 calories in here, 300 calories in here, and it's easy to see how much I'm drinking. So I could say, all right, I want to drink this roughly in the first hour, this much roughly in the second hour. Made it easy to combine the two. But what I underestimated, and I had done this setup a few times in a few long runs, and I liked it, but I hadn't run on pavement at marathon pace, and this just speaks to the principle of specificity. You know, try, practice, what you want to do during the race and training. So the reason this dawned on me, like I'm convinced this is why my quads and my legs in general, part of it got so sore, was that I kind of suddenly, you know, I had practiced a few times, but not like, you know, race pace, long tempo runs. So I suddenly moved a liter of water from back here to right here. And the reason it dawned on me that this is maybe something to do with it is that there's an exercise I have some of my clients do when they have a fairly net downhill marathon, where they hold a dumbbell out front and they hop on one leg. And what that does is it moves your center of mass forward, and then you're bouncing. So you're hitting your quads, that muscle up front. You're hitting that quadricep, those quadricep muscles eccentrically. So they're under load, you know, with that bouncing, with running downhill. But they're under loading, but they're also kind of lengthening as well. That's why downhill running is so incredibly, you know, damaging to the front, to your legs, because your legs are lengthening, but they're also under tension. And I realized that this is basically, that exercise is basically what I did to myself during the marathon. And yeah, it wasn't with a dumbbell out front hopping, it was with a liter of water, just a slight forward movement of my center of mass. And I figured, you know, mile 14, when I really started to notice my quads getting sore, you know, by mile 14, I had taken 8,000 steps per leg. And I told this to a PT friend of mine, and he said, no, Kyle, not 8,000 steps, 8,000 reps per leg. And I was just like, oh, yeah. No wonder my quads got so sore during the race, but also after. I've never taken so long to recover from a marathon than I did from this last one. I think that's it. Stupid mistake. I underestimated a small change, but you know, think that during a marathon, you take thousands of steps, and that's a lot of reps. And you know, anything that's not quite dialed in is compounded heavily over the course of a marathon, not only because of the duration, but also because of the accumulation of fatigue and damage to the muscles. So it's a lesson learned. And you know, I've tried to think about, you know, what I can do with the soft flasks up front. And I did a long run last weekend, and I realized, you know, another thing I don't like about the soft flasks up front is that in my vest at least, it kind of shifts it forward a little bit, and it puts pressure on the back of my neck. It just moves the vest a tiny bit forward when there's all that weight in there, and it's noticeable. Like a liter is a noticeable amount of weight. And I think that having it on your back, it's spread out more in the longer, larger, flatter bladder versus the two smaller vests that, you know, if you notice during the videos, they stick out. Like it's noticeable up front, and it's more noticeable there than it is back there. But I did that because I thought it'd be better for the nutritional intake, and I'm gonna go back to the bladder on the back, I think. So, lesson learned. Even coaches make mistakes, but it's about learning from those mistakes. And so, it is what it is. But we move on and we train for the next one. So, thanks for watching. Take this lesson with you. I think it's an important one. It's important to realize that things don't always go as planned, and it is what it is. But you keep going, and you know, like I told some friends, I had one bad run in an entire training campaign. That's fine. It happened to be on the marathon day, but you know, one bad run in 3-4 months of training, I'll take it. I still enjoyed the process, and I'm still enjoying the process, and that's what matters. So thanks for watching. Keep going, and you know, you have a bad run, learn from it, move on.